Good morning. You're Christy Lee Draper.
Yes,
You got cited on June 19th with operating with no insurance
correct.
and no valid operator's license and no proper registration.
Yes,
So let's take a look. Those two I call driving while poor.
exactly.
You don't have the money for insurance or plates.
I have insurance now, but
All right, you have
I didn't at
insurance.
that time.
Your license was simply expired.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
All right, your birthday is in March. So did you get it renewed?
That I have to do tomorrow because I won't have money until my husband gets paid tomorrow.
So it's always fun to go to the Secretary of State.
Oh, I know.
Although it's better that when you make an appointment. I went last Friday without making an appointment and I did pretty good. Took me 40 minutes. But what I'm going to do for you, the same thing I did with the last guy. I'm going to show a plea of not guilty. And I'll explain a little bit. Set pretrial with prosecutor for July 13th, 2023 at 8:30. Defendant now has insurance. And we'll go to SOS and get license renewed. Driving without insurance is expensive. Well, it's expensive, certainly if you have an accident, because you're not covered by no fault, but it carries a fine of up to $500, a minimum fine of $200, plus costs of $125. So the minimum fine for that is $325. It's also a misdemeanor punishable by up to a year in jail that requires that you get fingerprinted. The no operator's license is a misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $100. Carries 2 points and it goes on your driving record. And then the registration charge is a civil infraction, which carries a $120 fine. So it's expensive. You get printed. You get points on your record. It makes it hard to get your license renewed. So I'm proposing to adjourn this for 2 weeks.
Okay.
In those 2 weeks, you go to the SOS, get your license, get your plate straightened out, and bring in proof of insurance. And I'm relatively certain the prosecutor will give you some consideration. They'll probably reduce the insurance charge to a civil infraction. They'll probably dismiss the registration charge if you get proper registration. And they can greatly reduce the no operator's charge to something that won't go on your driving record. So we'll try 2 weeks. Is that enough time for you to do what
Yes.
you need to do?
Yeah.
All right. I'll be here on that day. What do you do, Miss Draper?
I am a cashier.
Well, they have a shirt for everything, but you got a shirt just for the road you live on.
Well, it's from my store, the Trading Post.
Okay, that's a nice little store.
Yeah.
That's the one Judge Noacker hit
Yep.
a long time ago. Oops, the wrong date, July 13th. Bring insurance, registration, and license. And I think you'll be in a lot better shape. So it's worth waiting 2 weeks to see if you can get that stuff straightened out. So I'll see you in 2 weeks. It'll be hot that morning.
All right.
It'll
Thank
be
you
a
very
Good
much.
summer day. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll see you then. Thanks. And ultimately, that's who I work for. Our people, these people.
the battered spouses, the child abuse victims, the retail fraud defendants, the drunk drivers, the people struggling with methamphetamine addiction, the embezzlers, the car thieves, the victims. Those are the people that I work for. I don't work for the Supreme Court. I don't work for a commission. I don't really work for St. Joe County. They pay my salary, which I appreciate, but ultimately I work for the people that live here in Michigan, including sovereign citizens who may not believe I have jurisdiction over them.